Welcome to Lesson 2 in Unit 13, Avoiding Extinction. In this lesson, students will work to answer the question, how do we know what environments were like in the past? In this lesson, students will analyze fossils using real fossils of marine and land organisms. Students will figure out that fossils found in a region can give clues about the nature of environments of long ago. Students make connections to the storyline by using observations of fossils to understand how the environment has changed and predict what the environment was like in prehistoric times. There are several opportunities for ELA and social studies cross-curricular connections throughout the lesson. You can look for specific standard connections in the Unit 13 Teacher Guide. This lesson will take approximately 4 days to complete. To begin the Engage portion, you'll display the timeline from Lesson 1 and ask students what they have learned about fossils so far and what they think Earth looked like when dinosaurs and woolly mammoths were alive. You'll also revisit the driving question board to add any new questions and highlight others connected to the learning goals of this lesson by calling attention to questions about what the environment was like millions of years ago. For the Explore portion, you'll pass out the set of fossils and hand lenses from the MySci kit and ask students if they know what they are. You'll have students use the hand lenses to study the fossils and record their observations in the Fossil Data Student Journal page. For the Explain portion, you'll bring the class together and lead a discussion about students' observations from the investigation. You'll use the provided questions to guide your discussion around the question, how do we know what environments were like in the past? The goal of this class discussion is to reflect on how the type of fossils found in a location can give us clues about prehistoric environments and how the environment has changed over time. You'll use the discussion to create the Lesson 2 summary chart. By the end of the discussion, students should understand that the environment in the past was very different from today. Some organisms are extinct and others still live. During the discussion, you'll have students update their Fossil Data Student Journal page. And read MySci, Fossils Tell a Story. During the reading, you can post and discuss the trace fossil and body fossil vocabulary cards. For the Elaborate portion, you'll project the dinosaur and woolly mammoth fossil images and the scientific drawings of these organisms. You'll ask students if they think the environment of the Mesozoic era was the same as the Ice Age, millions of years apart. You'll then have students pick either the Mesozoic era or the Ice Age and use evidence from the animals that lived during that time to draw the environment they think existed. You'll have students use the Predict the Environment student journal page to draw their predictions. Students will come back to these predictions in Lesson 3. For the Evaluate portion, you'll have students complete the Environment Changes Quick Check student journal page. To support student sense-making across the unit, you'll orient them back to the driving question board. Ask, did we answer any of the questions on our driving question board? If there are questions that have been answered, you can remove them from the driving question board and place them on the summary charts. You can use this as an opportunity to build class consensus to answer the section driving question, how do we know what extinct plants and animals looked like? By the end of this lesson, students will have analyzed fossil evidence from plants and animals to predict what environments from long ago looked like. In Lesson 3, students investigate plant and animal adaptations that help organisms survive in their environments. For the optional Extend, you can have students work independently or in small groups to research how fossils are formed. They can also make imprint fossils with clay and any object, such as a leaf or small toy. For more information about this unit, visit myscipartners.com.